So you may remember a couple weeks ago I did a video talking about a new plug-and-play system from Retrobit called the Retrobit Generations. It's going to retail for about $60. It's coming out this fall. It has HDMI out, AV out, and it's going to have a variety of different games from different companies. And what makes it really interesting is the licensing that they've acquired. There's going to be games from Capcom, IREM, Jaleco, and more on this system. So initially they announced some games and it looked like the games were going to be a variety of NES and Super Nintendo games. But recently they have announced some more games for the console, and there's a couple I want to highlight in this video because it actually shows that there's going to be more console representation on this console than what was originally thought. So the first game I want to talk about, and yes, I am using my phone because there's a bunch of games that they announced, was Battle Unit Zeoth. Battle Unit Zeoth was actually a Game Boy game that was like a side-scrolling shmup with mechs. So there you go. Now you've got Game Boy games that are going to be represented on the console, and this is actually a pretty cool game. There's also another game I wanted to talk about, Super Noah's Ark. Super Noah's Ark was a really cool game on the Super Nintendo, so that's going to be on here as well. You also have 1942, 1943, great classic shmup games, and you almost wonder if there's going to be some arcade representation on here as well, because there's a lot of Capcom arcade titles on here, such as, let's see here, Forgotten Worlds. Forgotten Worlds was an arcade game that was also brought to the Mega Drive. So either you're gonna have a Genesis version or an arcade version on there. So that's pretty cool. Either way, I mean, you're either getting Genesis games or arcade games. Another game that's gonna be on here is Holy Diver. Holy Diver was an awesome NES game that, never saw the light of day over here. So that's gonna be pretty cool to have it, available to play on the system, because importing it is really expensive. It's kind of like Castlevania mixed with Ronnie James Dio. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Other games worth mentioning, Sword of Sedan, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. We've got Night Defender 2, Yang Warrior Family. I don't even know. Some of these games I'm not even familiar with. So that's what kind of makes the system interesting, because there's a lot of variety on here. Gunsmoke is going to be on here. Forgotten Worlds, City Connection, The Black Bass, Big Run, Avenging Spirit, Bases Loaded, Super Bases Loaded, and of course there's R-Type and Super R-Type on here. So that's awesome too. So this isn't even in the final list. There's about, it's probably 60, 70 games on this list, but this is not the final list yet. So if you guys want to check out this list, I'm going to put a link in the description box below. Make sure you check it out. And I don't know, the system's looking like it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty different. It's not going to be like the NES Classic, because it's not just NES games. There's going to be a variety of stuff on here, and I think it'll be fun to have. $60, who cares? $60 to get a bunch of games, that's pretty cool, and it's going to come with controllers and all that. So check out the original video if you missed it on the Retrobit Generations to get some more details, and make sure you check out the link in the description box below. Let me know in the comments if you plan on picking up one of these bad boys, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.